But let's hop into our first main story of the show tonight. And this article is titled, Documents Reveal CPC Donors Duped into Funding a Liberal-Run Project Cactus. During the October 2019 federal election, astute Canadians may have noticed frequent and coordinated attacks on Maxime Bernier. Former Liberal Party staffer Warren Kinsella was behind the operation, which ran on a, quote, seek and destroy basis, successfully crippling the Bernier campaign with unfounded allegations of racism and bigotry. Documents today reveal that the Conservative Party of Canada paid over $100,000 to Warren Kinsella to kneecap Maxime Bernier. Bernier, the leader of the People's Party of Canada and chief risk to Andrew Scheer's election chances back in 2019, was crippled by the campaign. Bernier spoke to the Counter Signal, Cian Bexte's new website, following this disclosure. This news about the Project Cactus contract brings additional confirmation to two things I've been saying since I launched the PPC 2.5 years ago. One, that the Conservative Party is morally and intellectually corrupt. Should I say it in his accent? I feel like when I hear that, I gotta say it in his accent. The Conservative Party of Canada is morally and intellectually corrupt, and that they are liberals, just two wings of the same party. They are the Libcons. They are the Libcons, okay? They are the Libcons, morally and intellectually corrupt. And it's true, and I say it all the time, and it's so true, okay? So true, and I say it all the time. It continues on here. Until now, it was unclear exactly who was footing the bill and how large it was. The documents obtained by Bill Curry remove any uncertainty. It says in here, in quotes, the total amount of this contract will be $120,000 plus HST. Kinsella's firm Daisy Strategy Group was slated to receive monthly payments of $20,000 along with an additional professional rate of $120 per hour for graphic design and video work to make like advertisements and slanderous pieces against Maxime Bernier, by the way. The document lists John Walsh, Conservative Party of Canada, with a billing address matching that of the CPC headquarters on Albert Street in Ottawa. For those that don't know, John Walsh is the old president of the Conservative Party of Canada. They billed it to the president of the Conservative Party of Canada. And it's their literal HQ address on the bill. On the bill. How retarded are these people? Our enemies aren't smart. Our enemies are not smart, okay? Why? Do I have like corona or something? What the? I'm like running out of... Am I talking fast? I'm like running out of breath. Did Mossad get me? Did Mossad get me? What is going on here? It continues, Bernier's legal counsel has called the racism claims by the liberal renegade false and malicious. Bernier is suing Kinsella for defamation. So, this lawsuit is ongoing. It's not done yet, but these documents were released in court. They were publicly released. And I mean, it proves what was happening all along, right? We knew this from the 2019 election. Bernier warned us. We all knew about it. And Andrew Scheer, the president of the Conservative Party of Canada, well, I should say the ex-president because he's not the current president of the Conservative Party of Canada, John Walsh, they paid Warren Kinsella to run a smear campaign. And if you guys don't know Warren Kinsella, he's still running around writing articles for Toronto Star, Toronto Sun, which the Toronto Sun is supposed to be like some conservative Torontonian newspaper, right? It's supposed to be right-wing even. And Warren Kinsella is still out here writing articles for them. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I kind of made this joke in our Discord, in the Canada First Discord the other day, saying to, we got to kind of add some energy into this because, Maxime Bernier is covering it, but he can't really cover the full extent of it. He's still in the lawsuit. And we should be, trying to get something trending to, help get some eyes on this, because a lot of people still don't understand. A lot of people still don't know, especially conservatives in this country. They still don't know, the extent of how corrupt the Conservative Party really is, and how corrupt Aaron O'Toole is, and Andrew Scheer, and Leslie Lewis, and Pierre Poilievre, and all these other guys. They don't understand how corrupt it is. This perfectly shows us. This is evidence of just how corrupt this party is. So I was making the joke in our Discord that we should come up with a little campaign. Google Project Cactus, like Google dancing Israelis, but Google Project Cactus. To get people to Google it. It could be hashtag Google Project Cactus, whatever it is. Just to get some eyes on it. And, I'm not saying, I'm not calling the troops. It's just an idea. But more eyes have to get onto this. It's really a story that is only going on within the PPC echo chamber on Twitter right now. Very few publications have covered this at length, and especially these globalist publications that worked alongside of Warren Kinsella to publish these slanderous articles, like the CBC, Global News, CTV, Toronto Star, all of it, Toronto Sun. All of these publications, they're in on it. So they're not going to talk about this, right? They're not going to implicate themselves. So, I feel like it's kind of up to the grassroots. And it shouldn't just be up to us. It really should be Maxime Bernier and the PPC's doing. But if they're not going to do it, this is a very important thing. It's advantageous for us. It's advantageous for them. And this is a major, major wave that they could ride, right? This is what conservatives, so-called conservatives, do in this country. This is what the Conservative Party does in this country, right? They pay people to slander their political opponents. They're just as bad as Justin Trudeau's Liberals and all these boomers, all these CPC voters that are ignorant and naive to the fact that just because they're voting for Aaron O'Toole to get rid of Justin Trudeau. Burp check. Yo, I told you I was going to burp on the show. I'm drinking Perrier. But they think that, we're going to vote for Aaron O'Toole and Justin Trudeau is going to be out and Canada's going to be saved. Doesn't work like that. Because this is the LibCon party. These are two sides of the same coin. There's virtually zero difference between Aaron O'Toole and Justin Trudeau. And in fact, I would kind of argue that Justin Trudeau might be even better for young people. Right? Justin Trudeau is stronger on helping out young families than Aaron O'Toole is. Justin Trudeau even has better immigration numbers than Aaron O'Toole, which is wild to think, right? But it's quite clear at this point in time that the Conservative Party of Canada, they are controlled opposition that are in bed with the globalists, that are in bed with the globalist world oligarchs, in bed with Silicon Valley and the transnational corporations, in bed with foreign governments even. And we have to be very wary about this. Now, is this going to stop these slanderous attacks on right-wingers, people like us, or people like Maxime Bernier in the future? No, okay? And this is my one issue that I see with this that we need to address here. Just because Maxime Bernier is most likely going to win this whole lawsuit, this whole defamation suit against Warren Kinsella, just because he's going to win it, and just because, he took him to court and he won against Warren Kinsella in court, doesn't mean that these slanderous articles, the slanderous rhetoric is not going to continue. It's going to continue, okay? Whether Max wins this or not, they're going to keep slandering him. If it's not Warren Kinsella, it's just going to be somebody else. It's going to be CBC. They're still slandering him. They've been slandering him this whole year, right? With all the anti-lockdown stuff. Conservatives in this country have to learn to weaponize this slander, right? We have to learn to go on the offensive and weaponize when these people come after us. The best defense is a good offense, and I've been saying this time and time again.